welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So it is Mom Monday. I want to definitely keep these Mom Monday videos coming to you guys. Honestly, just share my experience as a mother and what I'm going through, and hopefully just kind of keep connecting us and all that good stuff. So it's Monday. Grab your wine, grab your water, grab whatever you're gonna grab, and let's chit chat. All right, guys, so I am in Isaiah's room, storming outside. So if you guys hear the rain, the storm, whatever noise you hear, that's what it is. So I'm in his room because he's in mine. He fell asleep in our bed and I just wasn't moving him. Fine. So I wanted to touch on, actually not touch on, because it's not gonna be no touch. I wanted to talk about a video that I made in 2016, and it's titled, "I'm Tired of Being a Mom." And I wanted to talk about that video because it's 2019 and you guys don't know how many comments I still get about that video. How many of you guys still tell me what I'm saying was so true, and you understand, you felt me, and you're going through the same thing. I wanted to just kind of talk about that video and just kind of tell you guys where I'm at now. If you are a new mom, I can tell you one thing that I went through, which was postpartum depression. I went through that very, very hard. I don't know. It's like what's out there as far as social media goes. It's like these perfect moms with matching outfits all the time and nice cars and nice houses and this, that, and the other. And it's just like, it's just too much. It's still sometimes too much for me. There's just so much you have to go through, and the last thing you even want to look at is someone on social media with, you know, more money than you, more time than you, more help than you have. And yeah, that's kind of what I went through. When I made that video, I was living with my mother-in-law. We actually ended up staying with her for 2 years, and that was not like intended. We moved in with just like a purpose of staying for a few months or so till we got back on our feet, because I did not go back to work after having Isaiah, and it was hard. It was hard at times, not because she made it hard. She's like the easiest person to live with. It was just hard just having to do it, you know, not being able to live on your own with your new baby, your husband, and all that kind of stuff. It's just a lot of emotions, but we made it and here we are. So during that time I made that video, and a lot of people didn't really understand what I was trying to say in that video, and it wasn't "I'm tired of being a mom." Some of you guys just read the title and then just bashed me for no reason. Well, you didn't really listen to the video, and the ones who actually listened completely, you guys got what I was saying, and thank you so much. You did not make me feel like I was alone. You still don't make me feel like I'm alone, and I'm here so that you guys don't feel alone either, because I know I know how that feels, and it's the most heartbreaking, just disheartening thing ever to feel like it's just you by yourself. As you guys know, when I made that video, I was definitely going through depression. I didn't really know I was actually going through postpartum depression, but I knew I would be depressed at times, lonely, this, that, and the other. And am I still lonely? Am I still depressed 3 years later? Isaiah's now almost 3.5. And the answer is no. I'm not depressed anymore. Am I lonely at times? Heck yeah. But not as much as I did. Certainly not as much as I did. I get out more. I'm more vocal, open to talk to my family, my sister, pretty much anyone who will listen to me. I will talk to. Not depressed, lonely still at times, but I get out of that real quick. And I mean, I think everyone just kind of is lonely at some point. I don't care if you're a mom, not a mom, a father, a husband, or this and that. I think that's just human nature, and it just happens. So yeah. So next, I just want to talk about how I get breaks from Isaiah and how I maintain my sanity. Because like I said, I'm still at home. I'm still a stay-at-home mom. That video just showed how real it could be. You could just definitely tell how sad I was. And when I look back, I just think of, you know, just how sad I was, how depressed I was, how lonely I was. I missed my family. I missed my sister. I missed my brothers. I missed my mama. Like, I just felt very much by myself, but I did not open my mouth and say anything. I was in a really dark place. I was just in a dark place. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I should have spoken up. I should have said something, but fear kept me from speaking up. Here's the thing with me. I never wanted a whole bunch of children. I knew I always wanted a very small family, but I knew that when I had my family would be around. And that was not the case. It didn't happen for me. Not until later on, but in the beginning, that just didn't happen. And I think that's what I needed the most. And yeah, and it was hard. It was just hard. So getting my breaks now, I make sure to get a break from Isaiah. I don't care what's happening. I don't care if my husband's tired when he gets home. I don't care if I just have to leave and go on vacation. So I went to Miami in June with my sister for her 35th birthday, and it was just me and her. We went for 5 days, and I was not hesitant to book that trip because I needed it. Some people will make you feel like you getting a break from your children, from your child, whatever, is not the right thing to do. It's selfish, it's this, it's that. For me, that made me just have a break. There are 365 days in a year. For you to tell me I can't take 5 of those days for myself and just be with me, you've got to be kidding me. Just because I have a child. You out your damn mind. Like, that's exactly how I felt. Because if I'm not right mentally, no one else is going to be. And I'm just not going to have that energy for Isaiah to be the best mom that I know I can be. And so I'm a huge advocate of, I don't want to say running away from your child or your children, but I'm a huge advocate of taking a real break. So I definitely try and get my breaks, whether it's going on vacation, whether it's just making his dad, to be honest, you know, just making his daddy just deal with him, you know, and not stepping in all the time. I have a huge habit of stepping in. They're still forming their relationship because Isaiah's with me more than he's with him. So Darren doesn't do certain things that I do that Isaiah is used to on a daily basis. And so Isaiah's gonna have to learn that when it's daddy and him time, this is how daddy does it. And sometimes I will step in and I'll take, you know, Isaiah's side. And I know that's frustrating for Darren, and I have to watch myself when I do that. And so honestly, mamas, just stepping back and letting your husbands be grown freaking husbands and fathers, and not stepping in all the time like you gotta save the day, will save you the headache. It saves arguments. It just saves everything, and you could just go get stuff done. You know what I mean? I take my break wherever I can, like going to the grocery store by myself. I almost always go to the grocery store by myself. So now I use Shipt because I don't really make it to the grocery store these days because I am busy. But when I can, I like to go grocery shop by myself. I take my time, I get what we need, I get what I want, and it's just me time. So not everyone has money to go get mani-pedis, go get their hair done, go do this, that, and the other. I get it. I have been there before. Girl, you are not the only one. You're not the only one who broke. You're not the only one who's, you know, who just doesn't have the money, don't have the cash flow right now. I don't even know how to explain it except for you have no idea how much I understand not being financially able to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to figure out how to get as close to what you want on a budget. So you are either gonna have to figure out how to start making a little change at home while you're at home with your babies or whatever, or you're just gonna have to start doing your own spa days at home. So go and get your own, you know, foot massager, pedicure thing. Go get the stuff from Ulta that you need for your mani. Go get a steamer, order a steamer off of Amazon so you can do your own facials at home. Like literally take some candles in the bathroom, take some wine in the bathroom, buy yourself some nice pajamas from Target, and take an hour or two or whatever and pamper yourself in your own bathroom. Or not even that, you can do it during the day. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be at nighttime. Drop the baby off with grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, whoever you trust. Go home. No, you don't have to be running errands to take a break. You know what I mean? You don't have to have things to do, you know, be in the car driving all the time to take your break and do your own spa day at home. You know what I mean? As much as it's probably not what you want, because you want to be able to do this, that, you want to go and have someone else do it. You deserve it. And I'm not saying you don't, but you're going to have to start figuring stuff out a different route. I actually started wearing wigs, protective styling, like all that kind of stuff, because I didn't really have the money anymore to go get my sew-ins done, to be honest with you guys. I didn't have the money. I wasn't working. We moved in with his mom. I didn't have $250 plus hair, you know, plus the cost of hair to go and get my hair done. So I had to figure out other ways, you know, crochet styles, this, that, and the other, and here I am today. So that's what I'm trying to say is you have to start not feeling so sorry for yourself, but you have to make a way out of no way. And it's so possible. It is, trust me, it is possible to do. Something that I mentioned in the video was getting up early for quiet time. I still do that. That is the one thing I have kept. I always try to get up a lot earlier. Not a lot early, I take that back, because I'm not a morning person. If I can get up at least 45 minutes before Isaiah gets up, then I'm winning. Like, that's enough for me to make my coffee, enough for me to just sit down, look at little YouTube videos, or go on Instagram, or do what I want to do. Another thing I do to just maintain my overall mental health is actually listening to Isaiah. A lot of times I think we as moms just do a lot of this. Yes, baby. And we're not listening. You know what I mean? We're not really listening to him. And it is very true. What I said 3 years ago, I still stick to today. Putting the phone down, putting the computer down, putting all that stuff down, and just play time with them. It means the world to them, and it will end up actually giving you a break in return. I know that I'm really doing the most when he tells me I'm doing the most, and he will tell me I'm doing the most, but he will also tell me, Mommy, can you close the computer? Mommy, put down your phone. Mommy, can you something. Like, he will tell me what I'm doing too much of. It also makes me think like, oh my gosh, if he notices how much I'm on the phone or on the computer or whatever, then I must really be on it a lot. So I try to listen to him. If he wants to play, you know, The Floor is Lava, I try and play with him even though I don't feel like playing The Floor is Lava. Or we'll play Attack the Fake Monsters. We'll use our imagination. Like, we do a lot of that stuff because he just wants to play a little bit. And I get it, he's my only child. You know, during the week, it's just me and him. And so I kind of have to be I'm his playmate. You know what I mean? And so I can't dismiss that. I can't dismiss that he will get lonely. He wants friends, and he just needs someone to play with. So I have to be that person. And my last thing, and probably my most important thing that I want to talk about, is making sure you have a life outside of your children. You've got to still maintain who you are. I said it in that video, and I still stand by it today. It is literally probably the one thing that will keep you sane. I get it now. They're young. You're at home with them. How can you have a life outside of them? They depend on you. They need you. Yes, I've been there. So I get it. I know what you're thinking. I know you probably think I'm crazy, but you need to start making some time for yourself to have a life outside of them, because what's going to end up happening is you're just going to be left sitting there twiddling your thumbs while they're gone. They're growing up, they're teenagers, they go off to school, they get married, they're this, they're that, and you've let go of your passion. You stop doing what you love to do. You stop talking to the friends who you loved. You stop doing this, that, and the other, all because you had children. Now, I understand that it's not the easiest thing to do. You love kickboxing. You may not be able to go to your kickboxing class 5 days a week, once you have your babies. You may not be able to go 3 days a week. But if you can get there once a week to maintain what you love, then you need to do it. You know what I mean? You need to already plan for these things. You need to keep doing what you love. You may have to figure out ways around it. Like I said, I think being a mother now for me is more so just, there's a way. It's just not a straight, and it's not a straight path anymore. I think another reason why I was having a hard time during the time I made that video was that my relationship with God was, I don't want to say it was non-existent. It was just more of, it wasn't my focus, and I kind of had to make it my focus. So he had to be number one, and then everything else came. So during my time where I made that video, I was struggling with depression. I was struggling through everything. One of the ways I came out of that was because I started putting my faith at the top of my priorities instead of not even on the list. I made it a point to start praying more, to start talking to him more, to start doing anything that I possibly could more that would bring me closer to just a better connection. You know what I mean? And I knew things weren't going the way that they should have been going. And I knew I wasn't my best because I had put having my relationship with God on the back burner. And motherhood is literally all about coffee and Jesus. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's number one. That is, I should have said that first and I didn't. But that is number one, because when you don't have anyone to talk to, when you tried probably doing everything that I said to try doing and everything is still failing, nothing is working out, nothing is working in your favor, no one's there to listen to you, God will always be there to listen. You have to have that relationship. Your faith has to be bigger than your fears. And you've got to know that he will never put you through anything that you cannot handle. And during that time, I felt like he was putting me through something that I could not handle and I didn't understand. It took me months and months later to realize that this was only molding me into a better woman, but just a better person, a better mom, and just a better me, a better wife. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm sure this video is gonna be too freaking long. I may have to put it in part 1 and part 2 because I think it's definitely needed. I just want to say to all my moms out there, you're not alone. As much as you think that you are, that's why I always try to respond. Even now, I try to respond whenever someone comments on that video. And I always say this is a safe space, you know what I mean? So you can vent. I read every single comment. I try to respond back to every single comment. Sometimes you just need to let it all out and then you're good to go. And I've been there, I've done that, and you can do it down below. Whatever you need to say, however you're feeling, type away. I'll listen, I'll respond. But more than that, I want others. So if you're another mom and you're reading someone else's comment and you've maybe been through what someone else is going through, then show some love, show some support. I still believe that it takes a village to raise a child because I couldn't do it on my own, and I rely on my village to help raise my Isaiah. And I know I wouldn't be here today without such a great support group for my family and friends. And so if you don't have that, I know some of you guys just don't have it. I'm here. I hope some of my other moms who are listening will be there for you as well. And yeah, so yeah, you guys, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I don't really know if it was or not, or if I just rambled. Probably a little bit of both, but yeah. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.